TMF4913 should be on now or a few days before or even a few weeks before the approval so that the supervisor have time to read through. Okay, don't expect supervisor approve your report without reading anything. Yeah, this is very important. So don't push your supervisor to approve if you do not follow the procedure. So this is the first one. Without approval mean what happen if no approval? No approval, examiner cannot proceed, means you will consider fail if no evaluation done. So please arrange properly with your supervisor. So this is easy compared to hard copy. Last time you need to get a hard copy, get the stamp and job. Now you don't need. You just submit. Of course, before you submit, you have to discuss with supervisor. You agree, and after submit, you just inform him I submitted. If you agree, you approve. Not say, sir, you must be approved because Prof Wang say must approve. No, it's not. Okay. Second one, B form is final report. This one is for library and form C. Okay, form C is another form. Form B is just to tell whether you want to open your report and read by public or you want to put a restricted. So this one is more straightforward. That's the important on the form C. Okay, form A is to confirm your report can be evaluated by examiner. Form C is, as you know, after you go through the process of evaluation, you will receive a list of comment from examiner or from supervisor. So you need to do amendments. You need to do all the amendments according. After doing amendment, you should show your amendment to your supervisor first. First one to read your amendment, to read your changes is supervisor. After the supervisor agree the changes you have done are according to examiner report, then he will approve. After you submit, he approves. After approves, the second approval is by examiner to confirm. This form C is to confirm you have done the amendment or changes according to the evaluation. Okay, this part had to be approved by two examiner, one supervisor, one is examiners. So this is also through the system. So your role is just submit through the system. Then the system will look for somebody, look for the supervisor and examiner to approve. So they in the system, there's a simple guide on digital approval. It's attached in the system, so you can refer to the system what's going on. So I hope this is clear. This is very important. That means no report, no paper, no other thing can be emailed to supervisor examiner. Whatever outside the system is considered invalid. So everything had to be go through system. You cannot say, oh, okay, I can outside. No outside communication. All had to go through system. This is to avoid a lot of misunderstanding happen before. Okay, then important that 24 to 25. So far, any question? Class? No, right?
Hi, sir. Can you hear?
Okay. So the next one is important that.
I have questions, sir.
Hello, sir.
Sir, we have many questions, sir.
Hello, sir. Hello, sir.
Too many
Oh.
calling.
Somebody raise hand, right? So anything you want to ask?
Hello,
Please,
hello.
you can ask now.
Sir.
Sir, can you
proceed.
hear us at
Hello,
all?
sir. Are you there,
Hello?
sir?
Hello? Hello?
Can you hear, sir?
Sir.
Hello.
Sir.
Hello.
Don't share your screen, sir.
Uh,
Hello, sir. I have questions, sir.
I think I audio problem because I cannot listen anything from your side.
yes, sir. That's the issue, sir.
Let me check. Let me check. Give me a few minutes to check my speaker. What's happened to my speaker? Let's try. Somebody say something.
Can
Sir?
you hear, sir?
Hello, sir.
Sir,
Hello.
can you hear?
No, I think
Testing 1, 2, 3.
maybe what I can do is can you write your question in on the message board so that I can see? Oh, you cannot see my screen's beginning, but I already almost complete my screen. Okay, I will restart. I will start again. Hold on, let me check. First, I share my screen first. Okay, this first thing. Can you see my sharing now? Okay, you can see my sharing. Okay, so I repeat. I repeat, class? Yes. Okay, I think I repeat from the form there. I hope you can still see my slide. So the important I started here on the 17th. No wonder so quiet because you all I cannot listen to what you say. Okay, I will repeat the slide. Okay, from here I will quickly go through. We have FYP1 and FYP2 deadline. The important is on the 17th. 17 is a deadline for submission of report and paper. And for FYP1, what you need to do, you only need to submit the chapter 1 to chapter 3 with full report formats. Means that you have table of content, list of table, you have title, extracts. So that for FYP2, you have more things to submit. You need to submit final year, final report with all the source code, installation kit, user manual, paper for assessment. For FYP1, you submit your paper just for exercise, but not for assessment. Okay, so you we can see from this slide, FYP1, chapter 1 to 3, FYP2, you have to submit chapter 1 to chapter 5. The submission date is the same, 17th of January 2025. So this is the important part that I'm explaining just now. You still can see the screen, right? Okay, so you can see from here, Form A, I mentioned this. Form A is a form, digital form. You don't need to worry about the content. Once you submit your report for evaluation, your supervisor will be able to receive the notification for approval. Okay. So as I mentioned just now, approval is not granted if your report are not up to standard. Your supervisor has the full right to reject your submission, and if you submit if you submit to a supervisor last minute, or you never see your supervisor this semester, or you see your once and once only, and your report never marked or never checked by supervisor, the supervisor have a right to turn down or not to approve. So the question here is, what happens if your supervisor do not approve? Means you cannot proceed for evaluation, and you have to repeat your course next semester. Okay, so under what circumstances that your supervisor have a right not to approve your report? First is, I mentioned just now, your report not up to standard. You never submit a progress report of chapter 1, chapter 2, chapter 3. You never meet your supervisor, and you submit your report last minute, few days before the approval. You expect your supervisor to approve immediately. Cannot, because you have to remember, all supervisor, examiner, they have average 16 report need to read within a week's time, and they have to mark other examination paper as well. So this is why you need to make sure that you have to arrange your supervisor properly, so the supervisor have enough time. If from beginning you have discussed your supervisor, your progress, I believe supervisor will not take a long time to read your report, because you're already following your progress in beginning. The problem is those never submit your report to supervisor, that is will create a problem. So that is Form A. Without approval of Form A, your examiner won't be able to read and mark. No report submit outside system. Okay, you are not allowed to submit anything outside this system. No email, no WhatsApp, no other things. The official copy of the evaluation is the copy you submitted to the FYP system. Okay. Form B is the form for restriction. Restrict whether you want to open your report for outsiders, to public, or you want just keep it as a confidential report. Those wanted to read, they have to write to you to get permission. Okay. The important one is Form C. Form C is, I told you just now, the Form C is you need to have two approval. One is supervisor, one is examiner. Supervisor, after you present, also you go through the evaluation process, you will receive a report from examiner or from supervisor. What is the report consist of? The report will tell you what you need to amend, what you need to add into your SIP report, okay, what you need to change, how's your report, and you have to follow the command and do amendments. So the first person to check your report after amendment is your supervisor. After the supervisor check, your examiner. So if they both are not agree with what you have done, they won't approve digitally. They won't approve your Form C. If without approve Form C, your report will not reach the final submission to the system. So this is what happened. So there's a simple guide on digital approval in FYP system that you can see. Okay, I hope we've done this one. So next one. Okay, then we go to question first. Okay, let me go through your message first.
Prof.
Waiting for my screen start on FIP2 that. I will pass you the slide. We have to go through. So or we go to the next session. Any question? Can you drop a question in the message there so I can read the question? Okay, we don't refer to the slide now. You just I believe I explained twice. You should have some idea already. So can you ask any question you want to ask on summation? Form A, Form B, Form C. For FYP2, okay. For FYP2, is if not all FYP2 are repeated students. Some FYP2 students are fresh students. Okay, not all FYP2 students are repeated students. But for this semester, we have only 4 active FYP2 students. Half not all are repeated. Okay. Next one, any question? Any other question? Any question? The Form C is done after you submit on 17, right? So examiner and supervisor are given 1 week to read through. So there's a date. I will show you the date later on when the supervisor has to, the examiner has to give you report on what you need to do. Okay. I can give you the FYP rubric form, but normally the form will not given to them. But if you need that, I will post it to the group by tomorrow. So they will give you some ideas how is the marking going to happen. Yeah, the dates of submission or no FYP class FYP2 is not, because now we have two groups of students in my online briefing. One group FYP1, FYP2. Okay, don't confuse. I ask you to submit FYP2. Okay, so those are taking FYP1, you only focus on FYP1. Yeah, for the guideline for FYP2 is those registered for FYP2. For FYP1 now, you only do it next semester, so don't confuse. Because I'm inviting two groups in this meeting. Okay, for paper, so okay, we continue. We continue. Continue. I will share. Can you see the slide important depths? Somebody tell me you can. Yes, you can see, right? Okay. Now I proceed. Okay. You can see 24 and 25. As I mentioned just now, we do not have face to face. So these are not fixed schedule. This I just reserve it. Means if any examiner or supervisor wanted you to present, because this semester we're using pre-recorded video. Pre-recorded video means you are recording your presentation and submit to the system. Your examiner and supervisor will download it or open it and go through your video. If your supervisor and examiner not happy with your presentation or not clear with your presentation, they have the right to request you to present online on 24th or 25th. If examiner and supervisor ask you to present within these 2 days, you cannot say no, except you have schedule on exam. Else you cannot, because this 24th and 25th is not exam week. So you cannot say no. You must present to them. Okay, if requested. If nobody requests you, then you don't need to present. I hope it's clear. So you can see from here, 3rd February, final date for examiner to give the comment. So after you should be able to receive comment from examiner or supervisor by 3rd of February. If nothing from them, you can assume that no changes. If no changes, you still need to resubmit your final report to the system as well as a final copy to faculty. Okay. On the 10th, this one is to your supervisor. You don't need to worry. On 7th, so that basically you have about a week, 1 month time for amendment and modification for the day you submit your reports. So 19th February is the final for you for submit the soft copy, final soft copy of your reports. Okay, let me see your feedback. Can you see this evaluation material slide? Okay, can you see? Yeah, we will have a Q&A session later. So now we go through first. Let me see. Where are we now? Can you still see the sharing? Okay, our sharing. We are in the evaluation materials. Okay, so what you need to submit for this evaluation, all materials submit to FYP management for assessment and follow final report. This means the report that you have done in two formats, Words and PDF. Why you need Word format? Because some supervisor or examiner they would like to mark directly or do the changes for you. Some they don't like, they want a PDF to do some marking or some sketching. So that's why you need to have two format submitted. Paper you refer to format later I will share with you. The paper for FYP1 is just an exercise to train you to how to write paper before FYP2 next semester. For FYP2 student, this paper will be evaluated and you for this semester because you have learned it under FYP1. Okay, the important part which is different from normal is pre-recorded video. The pre-recorded video is 20 minutes for FYP1, 25 minutes for FYP2. Okay, see carefully. 20 minutes for FYP1. FYP1, because you do not have system, you do not have prototype, you don't need to demo your system. You just need to explain and defend your outcome of FYP1. For FYP2, you may take 15 minutes to present, 10 minutes to demo your prototype or your system. Okay, for FYP1, you don't have prototype. Listen carefully. Okay, so after you do your FYP video, upload to YouTube for private access and upload the URL. So remember, not upload the video to the FYP system, upload the URL under the video folder at FYP management system. So the supervisor will go through and read and access through URL. Okay, this is very important. Then the next one will be presentation slide. Besides prepare video, you have to prepare a slide as well. Okay, the FYP2 prototype. So what you need to do in your FYP video, first you must be wearing official attire. This means you have to wear a long sleeve, you have a tie, a proper officer. Then you have to be appear in the screen with your slide presentation and present slow and clear, like you're presenting your actual presentation. This is very important. If everything not clear, your standard of presentation is lousy, then you will be called to have an online presentation or face-to-face presentation. Yeah. So this is very important. Okay, maybe I just go to the anybody any question? So please make full use of 20 minutes. We do not have a template for slide. It depends on your type of project, depend on supervisor, how you all these you have to discuss with supervisor how you're going to present. But you have to make full use of 20 minutes. Don't present only 5 minutes because this you have to remember this slide and this presentation is 20 minutes is to use to convince your supervisor you have done your work nicely throughout semester. So how can you present your project within 5 or 10 minutes only? Right? Okay, the system will be open a folder for submission. Now it's not there because you are not allowed to submit this moment. So the folder is not ready yet. Right? As I mentioned just now, you are not submitting the video. You are submitting the URL, the address to access the video in YouTube. Okay, the first thing you need to submit to the system I mentioned just now is the material. The video, we have the deadlines for video submission. The video is 2 days after the report submission. Okay, this is an important date. Can you see this one? Guys, I need to check again. Can you see the important deadline for submission? Yes, okay. Then we proceed. So Approval from supervisor is required for all submission. After 17 submission of report and paper for evaluation, I give you 2 days for you to make sure edit whatever your videos and slide, so you can submit by 5 p.m. 19th. Then for 19 to 25, 25th of January, your pre-medical video presentation in YouTube will be evaluated by supervisor examiner. They will read, they can display how many times they like. So make sure the video you do will be out to standard with all the necessary information. All this preparation you need to discuss supervisor, because this is the first time you may not have experience what to put in, what to present. Then you have to discuss with supervisor, right? What to present, and you are given used to 30 minutes. This semester I cut short to 20 minutes for FYP1, 25 minutes for FYP2. Okay, then as I mentioned just now, 24 and 25th is the time for you to stand by for any request online presentation, prototype demo for supervisor examiner. Okay, I go to the session again. Any question? Yeah, I think the maximum is 25 minutes but you really need 1 or 2 minutes extra, it's okay, don't worry. Go ahead. Or you're 18 minutes, 19 minutes, okay, but not 15 minutes out of 20 minutes are requested. And also don't be too slow, because you want to hit the 20 minutes duration, then you talk like what, slowly. That is not the way as well. Okay? Make sure it's normal normal speed, clear. Okay? Yeah. If you cannot provide 20 minutes, mean something is missing, some content may missing. You have to look back and add in to the presentation. Okay, Suda, you want me to repeat, right? What is the content of the video? The video is a recorded session of you presenting your FYP1 and FYP2. Okay, what is your video? The video should be able to show the slide you are presenting. Your image has to be there, not only voice. Okay? What you need to do is to wear official attire. Meaning you are wear office wear, not t-shirt, not jeans, not short, whatever. Okay, not sexy. That is the thing you need to do. Okay, other question? Maximum 20 minutes, but plus minus 1 is okay. Yeah, but not presenting until 30, 40 minutes. We don't want that. If you are presenting more than 20 minutes, means you have something that are not useful, you put in. Okay, and don't read your thesis. It's a presentation. It's a presentation, not reading the thesis. Okay, so back to the slide. Okay, important reminder: all students intended to be assessed must officially register the course with faculty. The first one. If you register in FYP system, but your name is not in faculty list, you also be deleted. Register in FYP1. If you register in faculty, then you don't register the system, and the whole semester you never appear in the system, never see supervisor, you also deleted. Submitted all progress report in FYP system according to requirement. All the submission, chapter 1, 2, 3, 4, then you have to submit. And final report for assessment must approved by supervisor. Prepare pre-recorded presentation for assessment. Okay, this for FYP2 prototype. So you have to plan the prototype, discuss with supervisor what you need to do for prototype presentation. Okay, this is for FYP2. More important because the submission for FYP2 is for library as well as faculty. So this is the list of things you need to prepare. For FYP1, I'm not so worried because this is just a progress report submitted. The next semester you will continue with the pro job. But FYP2, you have to be this one because your report will be submitted to library for readings. Okay, so it will be there for years. Okay, this is the content. Title. This is the sequence arrangement. Don't ask me again. Title page, form B. Okay, but this is for complete declaration, acknowledgement, extract, table content. This is the arrangement, plus minus. This is a suggested arrangement of your reports. Okay, this is for reminders in case you are spelling or typo errors. Okay, so this is about the submission. Any question before I go to the format of paper? Anything? Form ABC is not for FYP only. Form A and C is for FYP 1 and 2, not only 2. Because FYP 1, you also need supervisor to approve before you can submit. After evaluation, you also need the amendment. You need also examiner and supervisor to. Only Form B is not needed for FYP 1 because you haven't submit to library. So it's the same. Or you want to see the form size? Okay, let me see. Okay, can you see the form now? Class, can you see? Can you see the form? Yes, okay. As I mentioned, Form A is Form C. Only Form B is a physical form. A and C is a digital pop out. You don't need to get the download whatever. It's from the system. You don't need to download anything. Okay, the pop out is automatic generated by system when your supervisor want to approve. Once you submit, the automatic will be ready there. Yeah. But if supervisor do not approve, examiner won't be able to read your thesis. That's all. Okay. Okay. Any other question? Any question? Just now you requested to have something on, right? You don't need to fill your form. Actually, you just submit. You submit the report because all your information is in the system. The system is able to extract and send it to your examiner and supervisor. You will try it later. Yeah. You need to send request. You only what you need to do is you press the button to send request to supervisor to approval. Because without approval, you not even can submit your report to the FYP system. So you have to inform your supervisor by phone or whatever. Because before your submission, actually you already discussed, you show your report to your supervisor already. So if supervisor agree, then you ask, then you will send a request from the system to the supervisor to approval for submission. So if you say yes, then you can put your report in the system. Else, the folder of submission or report will not appear. Will not appear in the system. Okay, that is why the procedure. They don't have generation as I mentioned just now. When you submit a request for submission, you press a button, then uh, the form automatic send to your supervisor. Your supervisor say yes, approve. Then the folder will be appear in your FYP system. Then you can submit your report. Without that's why a lot of students tell me this. I cannot see my final submission because not yet because you have a request, your supervisor haven't approved. Yeah. Okay. So the next one, I think more important one, somebody requests a rubric, so I will show you rubric. Let me stop sharing first. I will show you the rubric for FYP1. Can you see the rubric? Ras? Can you see rubric? Give me a signal. This, yes, huh? Okay. So this is rubric. Very simple. Then you can see the general evaluation 28 marks. So the scope, the clarity of problem segment, the clarity of project end, the matching objective, your result. I will put this one, I just go through quickly. I'll put this one in your system for you to go through. Your report, okay, suitability of design methodology, competency in designing, creativity, uniqueness, your introduction, your review, okay, your references, original writing, report presentation, your present understanding, question answer. Okay, this is the rubric, so that you can see from the evaluation. Normally we don't put, but the see the first put this one in the system. Okay, now we are going to the next one. Is on the you want to know the uh, paper. Let me see the paper on it. I will also put in report preparation format, the form size, everything in the system as well. For now, I should be showing the paper format. The paper format is for our, this is a paper format, so sharing. So I will share with you the paper format. On okay, sharing. I hope you can see. This is a format. Manuscript preparation and format for training in undergraduate research. This is the UNIMAS format. They'll tell you the page limit, the English use, the font size, the margin, the title, the correspondent. I mentioned to you, right, that the author, so all student, when they write the paper, the author is only put the student. The author should be sharing with your supervisor. You have two supervisor, they put two names. You will one supervisor, but your name will be first author, second your main supervisor, third will be your second supervisor. Okay, this is how you do the authorship. So you have extract, content extract, keyword, copyright, statement, all sample given, and main text. So they how all are there. So this is a full format. How to write references as well. Then this sample of paper. From here you can see how is this paper look like. Okay, so everything is there, the diagram. So this why I also leave it to your supervisor to guide you on writing, how to uh, write your paper, because different type of project there are different way of the writing a paper. As I mentioned, for FYP1, each paper is just exercise to train you to write paper. There's a lot of way to write paper. Either you summarize the worst case, you summarize the whole report. The best is you highlight the unique part of your report. Okay, examiner name should not be in the paper. The paper is just between authors, student, and supervisor. Yeah. The paper had to submit it on 17 as well, okay, for record. Okay, any other question? No, the paper is not for research, it's for all project. Paper does not mean for project, not research, you are reporting on your projects. So paper is to tell people how you do your project, what is finding, what is special. So it's not, paper is not for research, only for all FYPs. Yeah, your supervisor will know what to do. So if you are doing system development, heading, title, everything depend on you and your supervisor, what you want to highlight. Yeah. Normally paper is very specific. We are not general. It be reflecting the actual contribution of your project. paper is for FYP1 as well, but the paper you write will not assess, will not give a mark. It just let you go through the exercise of writing paper. Okay, for FYP1, yeah, your paper, you want to another line, maybe you can submit together with your video. Yeah, with your deadline given because you may need 2 more days time to write a paper. Then I extended your paper to 19 lah. Yeah, 19. Because it's good, even though your paper are not evaluated, but it will give some sort of overview or summary of your project. The examiner will help the examiner to understand, okay, what you have done. Huh? Okay, any other question? Some students started saying physical meditation is good. Both have advantage and disadvantage. You will go through a physical presentation on the FYP2, definitely, to defend. FYP1, not much thing to present and defend. That's why we use online for this semester. For authors, I mentioned just now, student and supervisor. Any other question? No worry. Ask as many as you like. I won't charge you. Free of charge. Okay? You need to submit FYP report and paper, 8 pages. But not inside you don't need to buy together with the report. Outside the reports. So contain summary of, yeah, it's out to you. A summary or chapter summary, review summary of methodology. It depends because the paper does not mean you have to cover everything in your report. If paper is allow you to highlight, you can highlight chapter 3, highlight chapter 2, or you have to highlight everything. It depends what you want to highlight. So I cannot say you must cover what. The question? You want to see what to submit, is it? Okay. The slide will pass it to you later. Let me see. Okay, what you submit. Okay. Is it this one? Let me see. Stop sharing. Are you referring to this? Right? Class? Is it this one? Yeah. As I mentioned just now, I giving 2 more days of paper submission to 19. So you only submit your report on 17th. And this is material that you need to submit for evaluation FYP1 and FYP2. Yeah, the final report format following the final thesis is the same, except they do not have chapter 4 and 5. Yeah. Any other question? Any other question? Ask. I repeated so many times. The paper for FYP1 is no mark, but it's an exercise for you to learn how to write paper, and also that paper can become a overview of your report, so that examiner or supervisor can read through as well. Okay, even though are not marked. So the paper FYP2, you have to rewrite FYP2. FYP2 will have mark. Yes. Okay. So you have to submit on 17th. Your pre-recorder has to submit on 19th. Okay, the content, I told you already, 20 minutes for FYP1, 25 minutes for FYP2. Then you have to create a link in YouTube and make it as a private access and send the link to your supervisor, to the system. Then the examiner supervisor can get the link and read or view your videos. Yeah, the paper format I will share with you. All material I have here I will share with you in the Telegram or also FYP system by Mondays. If you have any question, you still can ask don't worry about you cannot understand or you misunderstand whatever. All the question you point to group. So when somebody asks question, you will share, you will learn as well. If you know answer, if you know the answer, you can help to answer as well. If not, I will answer it. So it's wrong, I will tell you wrong as well. So we learn together through the Telegram. Don't worry about you missing anything at this moment. I always tell students not to message me directly, not because I don't want to entertain, but I just want you to share all the question with others, all the answer with others. Yeah. Any others? If not, then we will stop here, and anything we'll just ask through. Yeah, FIP2, you don't need to take any attendance because you only few people only. What you need to do is just drop your name in the Telegram group. That's all. As a evidence that you attended. Others don't need. Sure. Okay, so we'll see you in the Telegram group. Okay, ask as many questions you want to ask. For those known answer, you can help to answer the question. If not, then I will answer the question. Okay, thank you. Have a nice weekend. Yeah, the paper is
Thank you,
limited
sir.
maximum 8 pages.
Thank you, sir.
All the best. Hope you all score your FIP. Yeah? All pass, huh?
Thank you, sir.